Hello, artful friends! It has been quite a while since we have done a live stream. I know that I did a live stream on Valentine's Day in cosplay, but it's been a hot minute since we have done a live stream to discuss this channel. And with the recent changes and all that YouTube has been making, I think it is definitely a perfect time that we need to discuss the future of Artful Impersonator. For sure, because YouTube has changed a whole lot of what it allows, what it doesn't allow, how much money you can even make. I normally don't make a whole lot anyway. Like, I'm lucky to scrape by to just get even a check from YouTube, but obviously in the last few months that has not been happening because I haven't even made that much. You have to make a little bit of money in order to even be given a check, and if you don't hit that mark, then you don't get a check that month. And that's kind of how it's been for me on YouTube, and it can be rather discouraging to feel like I put in all of this work and effort and I did it just for nothing. I spent a lot of my own money and didn't get any payback. And it's not that I do YouTube for money. I started YouTube back in the day before you even could get money off of YouTube. So money is not really a thing that I'm sitting here going, oh, I'm gonna quit YouTube if I don't make money, because I would have already quit like this year. I would have just been like, meh, bye. I would have said 2018, I'm out, ollie out, if it meant just money to me. It doesn't mean that to me. YouTube to me is something that I do to grow myself as far as a creative person and to make things that I enjoy making, but also getting to know all of you artful friends, building this community where I never thought that there would be a community around me. And I gotta say, the Artful Friend community is definitely one of the most loving and helpful communities out there, because I try very hard to read the comments and be there to reply to comments, especially in the first 30 minutes of every video that I put live lately. I've tried so hard to make sure that in those first 30 minutes that I am able to just reply to as many comments as I can. But obviously, sometimes I can't. There's a lot of comments. And I can't keep up with all of them. So I love to be able to see, oh, look, somebody already replied to that with an answer. Like if somebody's asking for advice, or just even recently somebody asked for a happy birthday. And I saw so many people wishing them happy birthday, but I also, if somebody asks for advice, I see so many people giving their advice, and it's just, it warms my heart to see just how kind and sweet everyone is. And I don't want to give up on my dreams as an artistic creative person. I didn't go to school for video for nothing. I love, love, love creating videos. It's something that I've been doing since I was a child, and I don't want to give up on that dream just because of a financial issue. And I would do it for free in a heartbeat if it didn't cost so much money of my own money to create them. So what I've been doing lately is I do have a full-time job, which is why a lot of these videos lately have been just vlogging videos, or cosplay in the closet is literally just me standing in my closet having a conversation, because I don't have a whole lot of time anymore like I used to be able to film and create. And that has become extremely discouraging to me, not gonna lie. And it's obvious by the view counts that it's not enjoyed. I'm not enjoying that I can't be as creative as I want to be and make the type of content that I want to make, because I'm just so boggled down with a full-time job. And then I also go to quite a few doctors throughout the week. And so every week I'm doing something. I go days without sleep, and that is also because I am filming and editing and trying just to get everything done, because I have my important things that have to definitely be done, like going to work so I don't get fired, and going to the doctor so that I can get this thing fixed, and the rest of me. Like I go to the regular doctor too. Um but mostly a lot of my doctors are mental doctors that just kind of like need to help me figure that all out. But then I get all of those necessities done. But to me, YouTube is still a necessity. So I'm trying to juggle my time and my efforts to create fun content while being extremely exhausted. And the cosplay in the closet thing came around because I really was kind of getting upset that, oh, my channel is literally just turned into vlogging and there's not a whole lot of cosplay. And this whole channel, I wanted to be a lot of cosplay. And so I started cosplay in the closet, and this week I came to the realization that I can't do cosplay in the closet weekly. I wish I could. I've been trying, but the last cosplay in the closet that I made, it was to the wire. Last minute, I didn't sleep at all for many, many days, and I went to work one night and I was just like, oh, I haven't slept in over 30 hours. Oh boy. And I felt it really badly, and I chugged energy drinks, so I stayed awake at work. But I started to come to the terms this week that maybe doing cosplay in the closet weekly is not a thing that I could really do. And I know that I've discussed in the past of doing it bi-weekly. So I think maybe if you all would be okay with that, it would help me to be able to create better videos, to have some more time to be able to film and to edit. It would give me more time in that time, because with the vlogging as well, there's time taken away from cosplay in the closet. So I need a little extra time because I'm working a full-time job, and it's just I'm trying to balance and juggle everything, because I don't want to say I gave up on YouTube because I got an adult job. I worked in the real world. I had to give up on all my hopes and dreams. I don't want to do that. So, but I am trying to figure out, well, how do I juggle all of those? And I think probably right now, if that would be okay with all of you, if you'd be understanding that I possibly do a bi-weekly cosplay in the closet. Just, I'll do my vlogs, but I might also, if you guys want, so that there are still 2 videos or so a week, that I do things like this, where I come on and we just have maybe chit-chats of Q&As or whatnot, live streaming, so that I have a little bit of that time to dedicate to cosplay in the closet. Another thing is I was really badly wanting to create a music video. So if you saw, I made the it was the Tokyo Ghoul music video that I'm trying to think of when I put it out. It wasn't way too long ago, but it was a hot minute last year. And I worked on that, and I was super happy with that. And now for a few months now, had been working on this music video that I was super excited about, and I really was like, yes, I'm gonna do another music video, and this one's gonna be better. And the song that I had picked out, I had things that I was filming specifically for the song, specifically for the music. And well, I don't want to go into the news at hand with that. All right, let me just explain. There was a song that I wanted to do by an artist, and this artist I really like. I love their music, and I thought that the song fit the character super well. So I was going to create that. Well, then I saw the news that they are accused that they allegedly did something very horrible. And I'm not going to say like who it was or what all was going on because I really don't want it to turn into a fight or anything. Like, I'm not going to say what side I'm on or anything like that, or if I'm even on a side, because to be honest, I may not even be on a side. It's a matter of it kicked me right in that creative field because I was like, well, crap, if I put out a music video with a song from this artist now, whether I believe that they did this or not, that people are going to want to just fight in the comments about how dare you support them for using this song, whether I actually support them or not. Maybe I just like the song. Maybe the song is all I really care about. Like, you like the song without the singer. But I didn't want those fights. And so I completely scrapped that video idea. I was like, nope, okay, no more. And it really kicked me in my creative going of I was excited to film and I was trying really hard to juggle being able to somehow get into all that makeup and set up my tiny apartment to get the lighting correctly. Obviously, you can tell that I have a lot of difficulty with lighting and with spaces because of where I live, that filming is not the easiest, especially even with my pets, if you can occasionally hear my birds. Things just get difficult for filming, but I was so excited to make this music video, and I was like, yes, I'm actually working so hard and kicking my own butt to get out of, like, the just not cosplaying feel that I was in for a while. And then since that all happened, and I don't want to use that song anymore from that artist simply because I don't want people to associate the news with the art. And so I kind of got stuck and I kind of gave up and didn't really want to cosplay. I felt defeated. And I know that that shouldn't have defeated me, but I put so many hours and hard work into this video only to have it just like explode in my face in a way. And I know that here on YouTube, if I put out a music video, it's not worth anything for my channel. Like, I can't make money off of anything with copyrighted music. You just can't. And so I knew for a fact that this is just something that I am doing from my heart, that I just want to do because it would be an art style that I want to do and a creative thing that would mean a lot to me and help me to build my portfolio and creativity. So I have been thinking about, there's another song that I want to do by a completely different artist, but that means that I have to completely scrap everything that I filmed, hours and hours and hours and days worth of filming. I have to scrap all of that and film for a different song. And I mean, if I had more time, this would sound so easy and I'd probably have it done within the month. But unfortunately, yeah, with a full-time job and other things like that, I don't have the time to do that. Like right now, I am speaking to you with only 2 hours of sleep. I scheduled this to go up so that I could at least get 2 hours of sleep. So right now, coffee is my hero. Because I've got a lot to do. That's the adult world. It's what you gotta do. But YouTube is my passion, and making cosplay videos is definitely one of my all-time biggest passions. I feel so lucky and thankful to have even found YouTube in the first place and to have become a member of Artful Impersonator when it was a group, to now where I'm at of I still have subscribers somehow. Lost a lot of them, and that's understandable. But the fact that I still have this platform for my creativity, I am beyond thankful. Just beyond thankful. And I don't want to let it just finally slip by. And maybe in hindsight 2020, I'll look back and be like, you know, you were kicking a dead horse. And maybe I am, but I don't want to say I didn't try or give it as hard of a try as I possibly could until I fully just saw it go away. And I don't believe that this could possibly be the end because there's still so much that can be done, whether it be entertaining cosplay skits or whether we completely turn the channel into something else of maybe cosplay just advice or interviewing actual better cosplayers than I am, because let's face it, I'm not the best cosplayer out there at all. I'm just a bean who is having fun cosplaying and looking up to a lot of other cosplayers of I wish I had their talents. But I don't know. I'm reading a lot of things of that I need to go sleep. No, I'm not gonna go to sleep just yet because I have other things I have to do even after this, but I appreciate you guys caring about me. I will not be able to sleep until I go to work tonight, and I won't be able to sleep at work tonight, but then I can sleep in the morning tomorrow, hopefully. Hopefully. There's always that hope. It's a Sunday tomorrow, so once I get off of work, it'll be in the morning, and there's normally not anything to do on Sunday because everything's closed here where I live, so I probably will be able to sleep then. I'm at least glad I got the 2 hours because I was so anxious about coming on here that I was like, I'm not falling asleep like I should be, and I only have like a bit to sleep, so I need to try as hard as possible to sleep before I go live. But yeah, I mean, if you all would be okay, I don't want to make excuses. That's another thing. I just want to tell the truth of what's going on, what my life is like right now. It's just not an excuse. It's just kind of like, here's the unfortunate, like, hard facts of that I can't get around facts. And I have been getting around them. I do want to say, and I'm not going to fully say what's going on, but I do want to say that I am planning on doing a full cleanup of my apartment and change things a whole lot so that I will have better ways of filming in this house, hopefully. I set up a Patreon account. The link is down below. And that Patreon, all of the pledges, all of that money is only going to go towards this channel. It's not going to go like to food. It's not going to go to rent. It's not going to go to all of my adulty things, the list of bills. It's not going to go to any of that. Those pledges will specifically go to this channel. So what I am already working on right now is cleaning up my apartment and getting better lighting. So I've already been kind of working on that, setting up kind of like a studio space more than just like kind of working with the bullcrap that I have going on right now in my place. I know that I set up my cosplay closet, and that's going to change a little bit because if you were to walk in there, you would understand that I am having to squeeze my way into it. I thought having a desk in there was a good idea. It's not even a desk. It's a short entertainment center that I placed on a box. Classy. It also wiggles a whole lot, and it doesn't fit in the closet. So I only have like that much space to stand, and the entire time I have clothes hangers poking my booty the entire time I am filming. So I'm going to change stuff like that completely. And I also have purchased something that I saved up. I was saving up for something else for the channel, but that fell through, and I started to realize it wasn't gonna be really that great. Anyway, and so stupidly, I bought something else in my defeat. I decided, you know what, I'm gonna buy something else for the channel that'll be cool. Why me? And I got contacted about it too, so that didn't help. The timing was just I guess we're gonna do this because I got reached out to about it and for some reason thought this is a great idea. It is gonna be fun. It's just something of, it's not a necessity to the channel, but I'm going to try to make it work so that it does help to to be a part of the channel and be a fun part of the channel and make the channel something different and just have a unique aspect to it. I want to tell you, but I'm not going to, because if anything falls through, I don't want hopes up. Oh, self. Yeah, I know in my circumstances, it's one of those of, I wish that I fully understood what goes through my brain, but I heard it out and I was like, it's too late now. You already did it. You already made it happen, whether I like it or not. I can't cancel this now, so cool beans, bud. So we're in it to win it, I guess. It's just, I'm probably making it a bigger deal than it actually is. I just think because I know certain factors of it that I'm just sitting here shaking my head like this is not necessary. But it'll be funny and it'll be fun and it'll be just a unique aspect to the channel, I suppose. So I'm trying to figure out how to make that work. I wish you all could just like take a moment, get inside of my head, deal with everything that I deal with as far as what I hear and feel and wake up to of, I did what? I wish you guys could be a part of that for a moment with me, but that's just my life, and we'll just see where that goes. But I definitely have been cleaning up and making things a little bit better. Obviously, it's horrible, or I wouldn't have this nice backdrop. This backdrop conceals just how hard my life has fallen apart. But I am cleaning, which is also taking time away from filming cosplay videos and whatnot, so the only thing that has been consistent in my life is that I do go to work every day and I do work full-time hours and then I try so hard to do anything else after that and not pass out asleep. If I here's the thing, if I didn't have to sleep, if like sleep was not an option in the human body, like if your body could go completely without sleep and that wasn't even a necessity, if eating and sleeping was not a thing I had to do, dang, this channel would be like on fire. I would have this thing like way taken care of, and there would be so many videos because there would be so much I'd be able to get done because I'd get off of work and I'd just be immediately able to like focus in on filming and editing and all that in the only few hours that I have before I have to go back to work. Man, if only I wasn't mortal. If only I could do that, but even God rested on the seventh day. So so I've just kind of been like, I need to sleep. I barely sleep as it is. I barely eat as it is because I can't afford food. Don't worry, guys. Don't worry. I know I say that. I'm saying that because it is something that I've had to work with. But that is getting better. I do always make sure that I pay the important necessities first, and then I'll see how much I have left over. And that's just how the adult world works. If your electric bill is higher than you thought it was going to be that month, that might include, oh crap, I have to give up like next week's food. Okay, but I only eat like a little bit anyway, and I am great with figuring out my finances as far as if you want to make $1 last you all 3 meals of the day, you can actually do that. I make that happen all the time where it's like, okay, I only spent $1 on food today, but I had all 3 meals. I'm good. I had my breakfast, I had my lunch, I had my dinner, all with $1, but I'm full and I'm good. And obviously I can have coffee, so I make it work. But my pets come first. Obviously, my pets definitely come first. So they get fed first and they get all of that first because it's not their fault if I can't afford certain things and whatnot. So they never need to feel that. All I can do is what I'm doing, and that's just how it is. I know that I am working as hard as I possibly can. I don't lazy around and I don't slack off. And I can be proud of myself for that. At least I know that I am doing the all-time best that I possibly can. And budgeting and saving and financing. I cannot move from this apartment like I wanted to this year. My lease was up. Actually, my lease is up at the end of the month, this month. And I had to renew. I didn't want to renew. I don't want to continue living here. I've been living in this apartment for quite a hot minute. It's been a few years. If you've followed this channel for a long time, then you know that I have been in the same place for quite a while. It's not a safe place. It's not a remarkably great place by any means, and now I've been dealing with other issues which cause for maintenance to show up and stuff, which I hate dealing with that. But it's just something that you gotta deal with. And I was hoping though that I had saved up enough money to move into a new place, to rent a new place, a bigger place, a better place. But I looked around, and just to even afford a moving truck and to move by myself, fun fact, moving by yourself when you've got a lot of stuff and whatnot. So I tried to downsize a lot, and I found out too late that, yeah, I can't move. So I'm still here. I'm still in this apartment for at least another 6 months. Not too happy about that, but that's why I'm cleaning and downsizing more and setting up an area and studio to film here instead of like I wanted to do, which was to get a 2-bedroom house to rent and convert one of the bedrooms into an actual YouTube studio space. One day that'll happen, guys. One day, because that is something that I definitely want to do, and I'm not going to give up on that dream at all. I'm still young-ish. A quarter of my life has gone by if I'm lucky enough to make it to 100. I'm still young, and I still can make this happen. I'm going to make it happen. But yes, we're making things happen and work, and why some of my savings got completely like was my dog had to go in for surgery. He comes first, okay? My pets do come first in my life. And so I was like, well, yes, I have the money. It was money to save so that I could move and get a new place, but his health and his safety and comfort is a lot more important to me than moving right now. So he is okay though. He is definitely okay. If you watched the vlogs, he just had to have 2 teeth removed. And it's not fun, but it was long overdue anyway. He should have had it done whenever we first ever got him, but that wasn't a possibility at the time. And now I've really worked to save up money, and those monies go to the important things. And well, he's very important. So I am thankful to I am thankful to have this job, even if it's a very stressful job, and it's a very just adult world, not anything I wanted to do. But, you know, trying to live the dream while living the adult world dreams. The dream of other people. Uh, one day, one day it'll only be my dream I'm working for, right? Right, yes. I am thankful, though, because I did have quite a number of years to dedicate to just Artful Impersonator, and I am thankful for that. I really am. It was a great stepping stone, and yes, things fell flat, and we sank a little bit, but not giving up. Not giving up. I am thinking of, I saw a while ago, somebody asked about a P.O. box. That was something else I wanted to discuss. I was going to get a P.O. box. I actually have the application in my bedroom sitting by my bed, waiting for whenever I have the money to be able to afford a P.O. box. Right now, I do not have that. I thought about adding that to the Patreon of like, here's the goal, help me to afford a P.O. box. But once I can save up enough to afford a P.O. box, then I will definitely be opening a P.O. box, and that can be videos all in and of themselves of opening mail. I loved doing that in the past. I really loved reading all of your letters and stuff, so I definitely want to do that again. But obviously, it's just a financial thing. So we shall see. I also would like to have a P.O. box just because, like, I had an Etsy. I still technically have an Etsy, but I had an Etsy, and mailing stuff was a little scary because obviously I didn't use this address where I live. I used somebody else's address, which I had their permission, but obviously you have to have a return to sender address. And I was like, I really don't want to direct people's attention to where I live. That's dangerous and scary. That's why I would like to have a P.O. box, so that's the address that I use. But instead, I contacted people and was like, can I use your address? I know that you have a really great security system and you've got guns. And I was like, so can I like use your address for the just in case? And they were like, yeah, sure, why not? So, yay, thankful. But, yeah, one day, hopefully I will have a P.O. box so that I can open letters and get to know you all better, because that was something that I just very much enjoyed. And I know that there are questions of like, why am I the only person on this channel anymore? I am the only person on this channel anymore, and that's just unfortunate facts of life. I knew going into a group cosplay and stuff like that, I knew that there was a major likelihood that people will fall apart and things will go bad, and that's just with any group thing that you will ever do. But yeah, that happened. And also just people in general, of whenever you're dealing with mental disorders and stuff like that, and things just start to get worse and worse because you're just putting a band-aid on the situation by having those relationships, and you're kind of distracting yourself from actually taking care of your mental health. You cling to people who will help to distract you from your mental state, and it's not the best solution, especially when you're dealing with really like major issues. And so it causes a lot of conflict, and it causes a lot of people to start hating you and not wanting anything to do with you, thinking that you're possibly evil whenever you finally have a full mental breakdown. And full mental breakdowns are something that I don't wish on any human being by any means, but they're very, very common, especially whenever you're in your younger parts of life, like I am, going through that change of your brain fully is developing, and your brain from what I have learned, like a female brain fully develops after like 21 and 22 years old. For a male, it is 23, 24, 25 that it will fully develop. And so that causes for just a person can have a full nervous breakdown, mental breakdown, and that causes a lot of people to be like, I want nothing to do with you because you're psycho and you're crazy and you hurt me and stuff like that. And it's understandable. Like, fully understandable. Whenever it's happening to you, it's not understandable. It's like, how could you betray me? Oh my god, you promised you would never betray me. It heightens and it worsens very much your nervous breakdown as it is, and your mental state just already being scrambled and freaking out, and then to be completely isolated and alone with it, and having all of those things to deal with, it causes for a lot of issues. So if you are a teenager or a young adult, definitely already discuss those things with your friends, with cosplay groups. If you're in a group like a cosplay group, already have some plans of if this were to go wrong or that were to go wrong. Because with this channel, that was something that was a little bit difficult. Why it's just me. I don't know why it's just me, because I'm not the one who created this channel. I am not the one who, like, this was not my cosplay channel. I came into it after they had created it, and they just wanted a manager of sorts and somebody to edit the videos and to help them to film and stuff like that. So then whenever everything went down, it was also, they were in their growing time and their minds already having to change and going through their own issues, to where having to deal with a lot of the stresses that come from YouTube, they couldn't handle it. So obviously it was something that they placed on me, and because it was something that I don't take as harshly. I understand how this whole YouTube thing works. I knew going in, and we'd have many discussions of how to handle certain things. Like, even with the P.O. box, whenever we did opening mail, from the outside, it looks like that is so much fun, and it looks like it's great, and trust me, it is. But we had situations that were absolutely horrifying, upsetting, and take some mental toll on you, because we had people send suicide notes and all sorts of just not great things in the mail that were very upsetting and traumatizing, quite a few of them and whatnot, to where that takes some tolls. And then we had discussed that, and we had plans set up for we would screen everything before we opened them. So we'd already go through just to kind of glance through to make sure that there was nothing like that mentioned. And if there was, then we just set it to the side, and we would contact like the parents or something if we needed to, if we felt like this is something that does need to be addressed so that this person is safe. We would contact parents and whatnot, because, well, we want people to be safe, but it does take a toll on you. And going to conventions, for me, it was a lot of fun and fine to have people come up and say, hi, like your YouTube channel, can we get a picture, stuff like that. That's great and wonderful. It does take a toll sometimes, and that's where it was taking a huge toll on them, of not being able to go to a convention and do everything 100% the way that they wanted to do, because they may be stopped or talked to or watched and have somebody watch them do it and then post online what they did. And so it caused for a lot of just, it wasn't fun anymore for them to make videos. And it did start to become where it was definitely a full-time job. YouTube back then definitely was my full-time job. We were making enough that it was able to be that. We weren't making a whole lot. Like, it wasn't full-time job pay. It was like, I'm working full-time, but it wasn't full-time pay. But we were making enough to try to keep the ball rolling to get YouTube bigger and better as we possibly could and make videos constantly. And that took a toll as well, because they were working their part-time job, and then they'd come home and I'd be like, all right, I've got everything set up and we're going to film this video and da-da-da-da-da. And that is tasking, and it was tolling, and it cost for just a lot of problems. And I do look back and know that I will not do that again. Lessons learned. But that's unfortunately life, is you've got to just kind of grow with the experience. If you make a mistake, learn from it as quickly as possible so not to do it again, but don't let it define you as that mistake is all that I am. It's not. You're human. You're gonna make mistakes. You're gonna mess up horribly. You're gonna do things that you're like, why did I handle that situation that way? Well, because you didn't plan for it to be bad. You didn't think that it was bad at the time. That's why you did it. And you find out, okay, that was not correct, and you learn from it, and you never do it again. And all you can do is apologize and work harder to get better. And that's what I have been doing. I'm a lot more patient with YouTube than I was. I started to get really high stress about YouTube whenever it was a full-time job and I was working with a group, because working with other people's schedules as well and stuff, just things were very daunting and scary, and I'd never been in a position like that before. And I was also dealing with, we were all broken people. We all very much were broken people, all dealing with our own mental disorders and issues, to where we all just we had conflicts. We didn't know how to work with one another perfectly. And so it caused for issues and videos to not be fun. Also giving into certain videos that we didn't want to film but were constantly being asked for, we would do that, and it would just drain us of all of the fun, all of the joy. And we had to take a step back and say, let's not do that again. Let's only make the videos that we want to make and we'll have fun with, and even if it's not going to get us views. It started to come to that point where we were like, let's take things back to YouTube be fun for us to make, where we only make videos that we will have fun making, and if we have fun making it, hopefully that will shine through a lot more than we put on an act and forced a smile and filmed a video that we didn't want to. And so we started doing that again, but it still was high stress and high demand. YouTube is obviously, like, YouTube never sleeps. Like, it's there for people who can't sleep. It's a just cycle of more. And I knew that going in. They knew that going in. But it can become stressful and demanding, and you feel like you're losing the joy of cosplay that you once had. And so that's why with, like, right now, why things have kind of been at a little bit of stale, slow pace for cosplay, is because I'm wanting to revamp my cosplay. I'm wanting to completely find it again within myself of, I'm going to be proud of these cosplays. I want to remake them, but I don't know how to remake them in the times that I have, unless possibly putting in cosplay in the closet, having segments where it's about creating new cosplays, like redoing my cosplays. That way I'm remaking the cosplays, but I'm also making a video on top of that so that everybody can enjoy having content, and I can make it a lot more entertaining with the editing styles that I have now and whatnot, because I finally bought Final Cut. Yay me! I bought this computer with my own money, and I bought Final Cut with my own money, and that was something that I had been dreaming of doing forever. So I finally have that, and that's why Cosplay in the Closet is around now, and why the vlogs have changed up their style a little bit, because I finally did it. I finally did it. And I'm happy about that, and I'm so thankful for that. But I thought about, like, I really want to recreate some cosplays and make them bigger and better than what they are and what they I just or just make new ones altogether, like different characters and whatnot. But I do want to film that, but I hope that that can be just a part of like cosplay in the closet so that I can have some time still to my life and not uploading 3 videos a week. One day I hope to get to that point. One day I hope that YouTube can be back to my full-time job. All that I am doing is YouTube, and I can put up like 3 videos a week, 4 videos a week, 5 videos a week of cosplay content, like real hardcore. Here's some cosplay skits, and here's some great things. And I would love for that to happen again, but we will see one day. And I'm gonna have to take it at whatever rate the world hands me. Unfortunately, the world right now is demanding that I have the normal adult life, which means here in America, at least, that means that you live to work. That's not fun. But that's unfortunately, that's the American way, is you live to work. I want to get to a point where I work to live. And so hopefully one day I can work to live by just doing YouTube. One day. But obviously with having finances come in and being able to put things away for savings, and hopefully if the Patreon works out, then definitely I can much quicker get things rolling to where I can already have the studio built and I can have more cosplays already created and have better things like better cameras and better equipment to film and just be able to roll them out a lot better and easier than what I have right now, where each video right now that is a cosplay related video is costing me way more money than I am making on that one video, which has been daunting. I made one video where I watched the view counts after I had created it. I knew how much I had spent on that video, and then I saw the view counts and I was like, okay, crap. And then the month was over and I saw I lost all of that money, which, I mean, whenever you basically take a gamble at I'm going to make this video and it's going to cost me more money than I normally spend on each video, you hope that you will at least break even, but you are taking a chance of I'm probably going to not make anything and just lose all of it. And that's okay. It happens, and you learn from it and you grow from it, and that seems to be what's happening right now. So I decided to do this live stream because I was like, okay, things that I'm doing right now are not working, and I need my artful friends to tell me what they want to see, what they are okay with, and what they expect. And because ultimately you guys are my deciding factor of how my YouTube is doing. I'm not really the one fully in control of this channel. I create this channel and I create the content on this channel, but ultimately the audience, my artful friends, you're the deciding factor of did it work or not? Was this a good way to spend my time and spend my channel, or do we need to take things in a different direction? Because it's all up to really what you guys want and what you're okay with. And I've been hearing a whole lot of like, oh, do whatever and stuff, but whenever I do whatever, it's not working. So I really want to know, and I really do want to create things that you guys will be really happy with and enjoy, because if you guys aren't enjoying it, then I'm not enjoying it either. So I want to work with you all instead of just kind of like sitting there scratching my head going, I don't know what my artful friends really want. But whenever I post a video thinking that's what they want, it turns out to not be, because of the view counts and whatnot. I'm like, oh, okay, well, I messed up, I guess. Like, that's not what they actually wanted to see. So what do they actually want to see? It's just a weird way of going about it. But all we can do is try, and all we can do is just keep pushing out content as much as possible. Homestuck, yes, Homestuck, those are the ones that I want to recreate. Very much. Because I actually don't have a whole lot of my cosplays anymore that are Homestuck related. They were taken, or they're broken, or there was a lot of things that went into the Homestuck cosplays. I don't really want to go into full detail about the Homestuck cosplays. But I do want to recreate them, for sure. So, if you guys want, I will save up quickly as much money as I can, and part of cosplay in the closet can be me recreating my Homestuck cosplays from scratch. Because with quite a lot of them, they're gonna have to be completely redone, because I may not at all have anything for my Homestuck cosplays. So I just will need to save up some money so that I can afford to do that, because obviously to make a cosplay you gotta spend money, but I will quickly try to save up money for that and recreate cosplays like that. I think probably one of the first ones that I want to recreate would be Matuna, just because he's the one that everybody seems to enjoy the most that I do, and I enjoy Matuna a whole lot. I love Matuna, but I definitely need to remake him. The helmet, maybe I can get away with not recreating. The helmet may be okay. Right away, I won't. I do want to remake the helmet, just make it better. But that costs a lot of money, and I don't know how I'd recreate it by myself, but we shall see. I love Matuna a whole lot. His outfit definitely needs remade. It is just beyond disarray at this point. I wish you could smell it. I wish there was smell-o-vision. Like, I wish I could hold up my Matuna cosplay and just let you smell it, because it's not one that I can wash. That's an unfortunate thing. I cannot wash I can't wash most of my cosplays. I wish you could smell me. My cosplays are rank. Another reason why I need to just recreate them. Remake them. Start fresh. The fresh scent of cosplay. Matana just smells like a lot of sweat and just bleh, because he's gone to many summer cons. Oh, summer cons stench. And obviously I axe bath them. I really try. I try so hard to axe bath them, because I'm like, I can't wash it in the washing machine or it'll get destroyed. And like, hell, am I gonna go to a dry cleaner and be like, this weird piece of crap, could you try not to break it while you clean it? I'm not gonna do that. So what I do is I try to like spot clean them, especially with troll paint. All of my Homestuck cosplays are just forever stained, no matter what I do with troll paint, but then I axe bath them. So I'm one of those. I apologize. I'm one of those. Let's plays in cosplay. I've done a few of those, and I think, yeah, I probably might do those again. I cannot figure out video games to save my life. I don't play video games naturally, and I can't afford video games right now. But, I mean, yeah, we could try to figure out how to make that happen, because that would be fun. It'd be funny to watch me just completely frick up on these video games. Like, if I do them in Matuna loves video games, so maybe Matuna can get them figured out. Let's plays with fans. I'll have to figure out how to do that. I don't really know. I'm not on the gaming side of YouTube. I don't know really a lot of the stuff. So I'll just have to figure out what. Yes, Dave playing really bad free video games. that's something that I actually love doing. Like, there's one of Roxy playing this very pixelated, just maze type of video game, and that was a ton of fun to do. It was just a free game, and it was just poor Roxy. So yeah, I could do stuff like that for right now until I can afford like actual video games. But yeah, I really like. I don't know what video game, but somebody's saying it's only like $10. When I can afford $10 video games, then yes, I definitely will. I'll look into these, and you could do challenges. Yes, I want to do challenges. Like in the first cosplay in the closet, I actually asked for challenges and whatnot, and yeah, I just need challenges to be given to me and figure out which ones I can do. Not the Tide Pod, please. Although I did notice that they recently Tide Pods are like gushers. But then they decided that they have these things called their Unstoppables, which are like these little granulated soaps or whatever, and they now have it in Tide Scent. And I was like, this is bad timing. No bad timing, guys, for you to be like, now in the freshness of Tide Scent. And I was like, oh yes, now we have Gusher and Pop Rocks. Do you really want people to continue these challenges? Do you? Making a lot of money off of these challenges, I suppose, but please just don't make me do a Tide Pod challenge or anything like that, and we will be a-okay. Dippin' Dots, yes, there we go. But they are the Dippin' Dots. We've got the Gushers and now the Dippin' Dots of Tide. I thought about, here's how, like, careful I try to be on YouTube and whatnot. I definitely don't agree with the Tide Pod challenge. I think that's so dangerous, and I truly believed that people were joking when they said that teenagers were eating them. I truly thought they were joking because I couldn't imagine how that actually would become a thing. But they weren't joking, and so I thought about, while I was at the grocery store one day, of going down the Tide Pod aisle and just being like, just doing some shopping for snacks. But then I really thought about it and was like, I probably just no. I don't want anybody to think that I'm encouraging it or anything like that, because I am not. Like, I need you all to be safe and sane and okay when it comes to what you are eating. I just love you all. Please don't hurt yourself by doing these stupid challenges. I need you all to be okay. You could possibly look around on YouTube to find weird things to make and do in cosplay. That's true. That's true. I will definitely do a little more research of like what is fun. Like, what do people actually want to see in cosplay? My mom put candy down on the shelf next to the Tide Pods. Oh gosh. Oh gosh. Have Dave do an about no Tide Pod. Dave talking about Tide Pods. I fear where that would go. Kind of want to do it though. Kind of want to do it. I know people will be offended because it's Dave, and every time I put out a Dave video lately, people are offended by anything out of his mouth. But it's Dave. It's Homestuck. It's all offensive. But yes, Dave talking about the Tide Pods. I'm sure he has a lot to say about the Tide Pods, to be honest. Just don't listen to Dave if he tells you to eat a Tide Pod, okay? Okay. And can I send you something on Instagram? Yes, I have an Instagram for people to send me things. an ad about no Tide Pods and make fun of the ads. About the Tide advertisements? Alright. I'll figure. I'll see. My teacher told a kid to eat a Tide Pod. Oh god. Bad teacher. Bad teacher. Oh. Dave doing a how to wear your shades video. Nice. He wouldn't be Dave without a potty mouth. Well, I don't just mean the potty mouth. I mean, Dave Strider might actually tell people, like, to eat a Tide Pod. Like, he's a not nice person sometimes. Like, he's a nice person. It's just wording sometimes. That child is sassy. And he'll say things that hopefully people won't take seriously. What's yes? Continue the Night Vale. I love those videos. Oh, yes. Yes. That's why, like, for Valentine's Day, I was like, I really want to make a cosplay video, but I didn't have any time to film before Valentine's Day a cosplay video. So I was like, I quickly just need to do something. So that's why I did the live stream of getting into Cecil real quick and doing a live stream. And I couldn't be on the live stream very long, which was unfortunate, but I was able to be on there for a little bit as Cecil, and that was a good thing. What's going on with the Patreon? The Patreon is, I have goals set up, and I also have rewards set up. So, like, donate $1, you get this. Donate, like, $10, you get this. Donate $100, you get this. And that'll be building and growing and changing over time if, like, I get more Patreons and whatnot. And we're calling the community, the Patreon community, we are calling it the Artful Team. So we are a team trying to build this YouTube and make the YouTube what it is. And I'm hoping to, after enough has gone, like, that I have enough Patreons and we reach some of our goals and whatnot, there are things that I am hoping to do for Patreons specifically. Better rewards and better things like that to thank people for helping me to reach my goals and whatnot. So not just the rewards that you see right now, but hopefully if things get to where we're reaching enough goals and whatnot to get, you know, something bigger and better and do a lot more fun things with that. But right now it is just, obviously I need better lighting. I can't show you because my webcam is built into my computer, and this computer's rather large, so I can't move it to show you what I'm doing with my light. But this is just a light that I found in the dumpster, a college dumpster. It's just a shop light. It doesn't have anything to hold it. So what I've got is I have a cinder block here, and I've just kind of like laced through, I've just put the cable, like the cord, the electric cord, I have it laced through the cinder block, and I have it just like plugged into the wall, and then I have the shop light just kind of hanging there. It's kind of hanging at a wonky way, but I mean, it's lighting me, because without it, if I can, without it, I am dark as hell. And so obviously I need better lighting and whatnot. So that's one of my first goals, is to get better lighting. And then there's just some other stuff that I need for making videos and kind of getting all of that so that we can have more fun videos, and obviously like cosplays and whatnot. But I'm kind of trying to keep to where the Patreon itself is just to grow the YouTube channel and the YouTube studio for Artful Impersonator, rather than just the cosplays. I don't really want the Patreon to go to my cosplays too much, just because like I can make my cosplays. I make my cosplays all really, really cheap anyway. I haven't spent more than $100 on most of my cosplays. Like, there are only a few that I've spent over $100 on my cosplays. Most of the time I just thrift store and I modify and stuff like that things to turn into my cosplays. All of my Homestuck cosplays are just thrift store bought and modified things. But yeah, I just have the Patreon. I'm hoping to just like it help me to buy things like the equipment. So right now I don't need a tripod. I'm thankful about that because at first I thought that, okay, I'm gonna have to ask for a tripod, but I was gifted with a tripod after I had already bought one for $4 at a thrift store. And then I need lighting. I already just bought, I didn't make enough on Patreon, but I found a really good deal for one light, which is the first light that I've ever bought for YouTube. So I'm waiting for that to show up in the mail and just kind of like hoping that I can get by with that for a while and just kind of setting up as much as I can, little by little. Yes. I'm not like, the thing is too, like, I'm not the type to ask for money. I hate asking for money. That's why, like, I'm so thankful the way that Patreon is set up is you're asking for money, but you're also giving things in exchange for that. So there are rewards and whatnot, so it's not like you're just donating and getting nothing in return. And that was one of my biggest of, I need to make sure that I am giving something back for anybody giving to the channel. I don't want to just like take money and that be it. Like, I'm not that type of person. I feel horrible about even having to ask for money, but you know, if anybody's interested in the channel and wants to see the channel grow and wants to see bigger and better videos off of it, well, unfortunately, videos do cost money. So kind of, it's a catch-22 at that point for me of kind of have to ask for money. But I am hoping, like, obviously I can't see right now the Patreon making a whole lot of money, enough to do like things that I'm hoping in the future one day I'll be able to do. But, you know, like being able to actually rent out a studio space or to rent a house and convert a bedroom into a studio space and stuff, and just kind of like create my own settings there, like create my own spaces to film and have everything handled like that. And then as far as cosplaying with myself, or cosplaying with other people, currently right now, it's only me here. So how I've been trying to figure out how to do where I just go back to my old size. If you watch some of the cosplay in the closet, like the very first cosplay in the closet, I do explain how I have always kind of cosplayed with myself until I met this group. And so I'm going back to stuff like that. Like there's a Death Note video that I did trying to get back into that feel and that swing of things where I cosplayed different characters together and whatnot. But yeah, right now it's just kind of I need to make sure that I have the right equipment, because if the lighting changes too drastically, which unfortunately it keeps doing because the lighting in my place is just absolutely horrible, that immediately makes it obvious that, okay, so I'm supposed to believe that you're in the same place and that these are two different people in the same room, but your lighting keeps changing and this keeps changing, and that annoys me. I have my producer's certificate. I have my editor's certificate. I went to school for this stuff, and I know that whenever I had all of the equipment at school and I was able to create the things that I did at school, I know how to make all of this look really good, and I know how to make all of this look great when I have a studio. But without a studio, because I mean, I had the school studio for just like videos like that. But being at home, not having a studio, I'm having to kind of create that and trying to change all of that. So we shall see. We shall see. I'm kind of just... My mind is blanking. My mind is blanking at the moment. But I do very much... What are some of the prizes? Okay, well, I do have a link down in the description that is to my Patreon, and it explains everything. It shows the rewards, and it shows the goals of the Patreon. So down in the description, there's the Patreon. It's patreon.com/artfulImpersonator. But it's right down there. Easy to click, easy to go see. Those are the rewards and whatnot that I have so far. I do hope that once things get rolling a little bit better, that the rewards can change and get better and kind of have different new things that we could do. Like it already says that I can hook up to Discord and have chats with Patreons on Discord. So I'm trying to figure out how we can do that so that I can just hang out with the Artful Team on Patreon and we can all talk and chat and figure things out for the channel. We're going to be a team. It's going to be a team effort for the channel. It's not just going to be me taking the money and doing whatever the frick I want to do with it. It's going to be a team effort of, is this a good idea? Would you guys like to see this? I will take a lot of you guys' thoughts and opinions of what you want, like even the gaming ones and stuff like that that you all have just expressed to me. I do take those into major consideration because obviously you're my audience, which means you're the ones who are going to be viewing it. And if that's what you want to see, then I'm going to do the absolute best I can to make it happen. So definitely getting on Patreon, that way we can all just chat and try to basically create these videos together. It'll be a team effort. That's why it's the Artful Team, made up of artful friends. But I do appreciate all of you very, very much. And it has been over an hour since I've been on here, so I know that you all have your lives to attend to as well, so I will let you all go, but I do very much appreciate it. I feel like I heard a lot from all of you, even if I didn't express it like on camera. I've been reading the entire time things being said, and I have figured out a whole lot. More than I've even told you, I have figured out a whole lot of kind of the directions to take and whatnot, and I appreciate it so much. This is definitely what I needed, because let's just try to create Artful Impersonator. It's not just me. This channel is a community, and I want this community to be a happy and fun one with just, you know, entertainment, but also just a fun and supportive and happy community. So thank you all very, 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 very much for being here. I love you all so, 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 so much. And I will see you in, obviously there's not going to be a cosplay in the closet this week, but hopefully next week there should be, unless something happens, but I'll definitely let you know if that happens. But I will see you all in cosplay, or wow, I will see you all in KW Eeks. I still haven't figured out, is it K-Weeks or KW Eeks? Whatever it is, I hope to see you there. It'll be up on Wednesday as usual. So thank you all. Bye.